All right, so right here, round two. This is our second time being over here at Flint Creek Water Park. First time we stayed here, we stayed in a loop called Seneca. That's just for reservations only. And this time we had to come over to Mohawk because we were leaving. And then we came back after that storm, after that hurricane. And I'm making this video towards the end, but I'll play it first as I play the video, so things may seem kind of out of place. I'm gonna put some photos up there though. But we figured this place out because we came in and we had to deal with a lot of harassment from the locals that were coming back to this Mohawk loop. And what we found out was these people live here and they live in this area. I'm gonna show you this one up here. And I got another video I'll put on here in a minute. I'll post some pictures so you can look at the pictures. But yeah, check this out. These people actually, I got a car coming. See if they don't stop and help me. Look at this. So these people, this shit is dumpy. Look at that. The underside of that camper is like a freaking terrible. Let me turn the camera so I don't get this guy's license plate because I don't want to be that guy. Look at that. Good morning. There you go. So, I don't want to get that guy's license plate. Car was creeping up behind me because they saw me videotaping, and they've been seeing me walk around taking pictures. So here's the story. It's a state park. It's not a private park, and parks are all different. There's some parks that only allow adults. We like those parks every now and then because sometimes you just want to be an adult. You don't have to worry about kids. And then those are private parks though. There's private parks for full-time RVers. A lot of places like that in Florida. You can set up, leave your coach there. You can even sign a lease, like a 12-month lease. And there's parks, those are private parks though, and that's what they're designed for and to do. But you never get into a federal or a state park and see this kind of stuff. Usually there's rules, like you can only stay for 2 weeks. And if you want to stay longer, you at least have to check out of that spot and move into another spot. So that's what that is. So there's a big difference between a private park, being a part of a membership, and even the membership ones like the KOA and Good Sam's and Passport America and stuff, they still only let you stay 2 weeks. You got to move. At least move to another spot. This is federal land though, or this is state land, but on federal land and state land, yeah, you certainly can't. Man, you can't take up residence. You can't use it as your address. You can't build permanent structures like boat docks and concrete stairs and permanent foundations on these things. But coming back after the thing, we were like, holy crap. So noticed a little insurance fraud because now there's insurance. I mean, nobody was here. Now they're bringing the coaches in. Insurance people are showing up. They're claiming damages and putting it on the state, which costs the state money, you know, because they're blaming it on that. It didn't. It happened at their house. None of these trailers are registered. You go around, there's no tags on them. There's no insurance on these things. They just buy them, put them here, and they call it family land. It's their lake house. And I've even talked to a few residents that are like, yeah, we're going to pass it down to our son. And I was like, well, you can't put it in a will. This is a state park. You know, and they're like, yeah, but we got our ways. We'll keep them out of here. So, yeah, it's incredible. We're only going to stay here for a little bit, but this is Mohawk. So if you come to Flint Creek, you probably want to go over to the Seneca and do the reservation only, just stay for a week or two to check it out. You come over here and watch this freak show in Mohawk, you know, walk through the loop and see it. But holy cow, I can't believe this is a state park and they allow this sort of stuff. Blows my mind. And then they tell you that there's no sewer and stuff like that. These people put in their own sewer lines, and a lot of them have just got the sewer lines. They come out and they just dump it straight into the lake. You know, they wait till nighttime and they got their hoses out and they throw it right in the lake. It's incredible. Can't believe it. And the employees are in on it because you call up there and they won't answer the phone. If they see your number on the caller ID, they won't answer it. And once they know who you are, and we had to fight with them to get that spot. We're like, nobody's here. Nobody's on this spot. And they're like, yeah, that's reserved for somebody. We're like, it's a first come, first serve. How the hell is it reserved for anybody? Nobody's on the spot. Once you leave, you check out. And that's how first come, first serve works. I sat here for like an hour just see if maybe somebody's up at the dump station. I went to the dump station, nobody was there. And then came back. I talked to a park ranger who's an actual park ranger, and she was like, yeah, go down there and take that spot. So I'm sure she kind of knows what's going on, but I don't think the park rangers know to what extent. I mean, they've got to though. These people built permanent structures on this. Here's another one. This is off the back of ours. Boat and a boat dock. Crazy. This guy over here has a lawnmower because he mows his own lawn and everything. And this trailer here, see, there's no tags on them. There's no tags. They're not registered. There's no insurance. That guy's got a Camping World tag still on the back of his, and it hasn't moved. Yeah, just crazy. Just crazy. This is the only state park I've seen this in my travels. I'm sure there's many more out there like this. It's the only one that I've seen. So I'm just gonna put in a bunch of photos. I hate to give somebody a good review, then you walk in later on, you find out about stuff like this that's going on. So the Seneca Loop that they call it over here, though, that's still pretty good. You can still get into Seneca. It's got reservations, and the locals, of course, got them reserved. So it's a Sunday through Thursday thing. Even though they don't have them actually reserved on Friday, Saturday, Sunday, they know that their friends are coming back, and they leave them open for the locals. So it's just it's a small town. It's the only lake around that's got this kind of thing. So, you know, the locals, they own this park, and they got their own thing going on. The state looks the other way. So that's incredible. Blows my mind.
Look at that sunrise right there. We woke up with a little rain on the lake. And look, I got a hat that says Keats. Pretty cool.
So sometimes there's just too many photos to take, but look at this. These are long-term residents. These people have been living here months and months and months. And this is all the first come, first serve lot. The rules say you're only supposed to stay for 2 weeks, and they tell you that they don't allow people to be long-term. But these are residents in a state park. And they put up permanent structures. It's insane. And then there's one with the tent camper. Those ones came in. I think they're just camping for the weekend though. Down here is where we had problems yesterday. So as you see, there's still some open spots. They just put tents on them like that to reserve them. They don't pay for them. When we came in yesterday, I was helping another couple. They had broke down on the side of the highway, and the truck had to go to the thing. So I towed their camper for them. Just trying to do the right thing, you know what I mean, help somebody out. So I towed the camper, and I came down here, and you had this spot was open, and this spot was open, which now there's a tent on it. And then over here, somebody put a boat and a truck and stuff in one of the spots. So as we drove down here though, the lady in this camper up here, she came out, and there were a few of them, and they harassed the shit out of you. And she was yelling at me, no, you can't stay here. Go somewhere else. This is for our friends. They've got this site reserved and all this, but it wasn't. The site's open. Now there's a fifth wheel on it. Took 2 days, but they were holding the spot for somebody. So when you come in, these locals, they'll just harass the shit out of you. I mean, it was terrible. And the woman that was in the passenger seat of my truck had the window up. She wanted to hear it. Couldn't believe it. They are ultra aggressive. The locals are keeping you out of here because this is their neighborhood. They live here permanently. And actually, that's the camper that's the camper I was helping. I parked him there because this spot was open. Nobody was down here to quote unquote defend it, I guess. But these people, they live here, and just walking a loop. Look at that. They don't come out here every weekend. Every day we walk around, there's 4 or 5 cars in each of these spots. Down here in this corner, these people come down here on the weekend, but man, they talk about giving these spots to their kids. Like, they can't will it because it's state land, you know what I mean? So it's not like property that you actually own. But that's the idea in their heads. You know, look at this guy. He's got a tree. He cut down a tree and he's got logs stacked. And they have their own mowers. You know, they mow their lawns and stuff and take care of it. These guys come in on the weekend. This guy actually has on the other side concrete steps put in. He put these in. Look at this. Nice little duck thing though. It's nice. I mean, if you're gonna do it right. But man, he's got permanent wiring and lights and stuff in here. And I've got a picture of it at night. It all lights up. And so this is, every now and then though, you run into this when you're out here traveling. Look, he's got a patio over there. Concrete steps on his coach. Concrete. That thing isn't going anywhere. It's permanently set up. And this guy here, look at this. Look at this whole thing. I don't know what they do. It's just trashed. And they built another deck down there, and there's a boat dock they built. These aren't like park things. This is state land. So normally state parks, you can only stay for 2 weeks. And that's usually what the rules are. It says it here too. When they call you, they'll tell you that. But these people are living here. And they get up in the morning, take the kids to school and stuff like that. And there's parks that do this, but not state parks. You know, usually it's a private RV park if you're gonna do residential stuff. But on state land, this is insane. Look at that, they built a whole deck. They built a whole thing. That's cute, you know, I mean, cute. But they got a boat dock down there and everything. Look at it. Look at that. So this is the first come, like I said, the first come, first serve lot. Yeah, not only are those built steps, but they're concreted into the ground. I can see it where he dug a hole and he put the foundation into the ground. This is a state park. And these people are residents here. Welcome to our porch. Look at that, it says it right on his thing. These are permanent structures in a state park. This blows my mind. And yesterday, there were only about 3 campers in here, maybe 4. And all of a sudden, the insurance guys started driving around. I was cracking up. I was like, they're all making insurance claims now. Even though these campers were here, they were at their houses. Look at this guy. Look at that. He built his own dock. He's got his boat there. Look at this. This is permanent. This is insane. And, you know, that's us right here, but man, I had to deal with neighbors coming over and yelling at me, telling me to get the fuck out of here. This is somebody else's spot, and they're naming names, and oh my God, it was well, back in Flint Creek. This time we got a nice lakeside view. Good little campground. This is the first come, first serve, and the beach is down there, right there. Where you see that water, that's the private beach, so. Not too bad, but Gulfport isn't too bad down there. Louisiana took the brunt of it, but Mississippi's got its own issues. And then we can't go back down to where we're going because we're too close to Louisiana. So we gotta wait till like Sunday before all those rivers drain out. So we're gonna hang out here and enjoy the beautiful lake. I don't think you can even see that with that sun, that reflection. Hang out here till Tuesday, I guess.